The Celtics take on the Sixers. Game 4 of the series. Boston up 3-0, and that's going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern tip-off. The Celtics are the 7.5-point favorite. Totals 214 flat. The Sixers are plus 270 for an outright win to stay alive. And if you like Philly, plus 7.5, they're minus $1.10 to cover. I've won 2 out of my last 3 MLB tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. I'm also hitting at 63% my last 16 picks in that same category. For more information on how you can access these exclusive premium selections, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now the Sixers have lost 6 out of their last 7 ball games, and they average just 98 points a game in this series with Boston. Simmons and Robinson still out for the Sixers. Philly's also failed to cover the number in 7 out of their last 10, and they won just 30% of their games away from their home court this year. And yes, the bubble is indeed away from their home court at the Wells Fargo Center in South Philly. Sounds crazy, but yeah, they're away from home. The Sixers rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 10 in free throw shooting. They also covered the number in just 27% of their games away from home, and they win just 19% of their games when catching plus money. Not doing a great job as the underdog. Now, Philly's failed to cover the number in 5 out of their last 7 conference games. They're also just 3-7 ATS in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Boston. And speaking of the Celtics, they've won 7 out of their last 8 ball games, and they've covered nearly 70% of their contests away from home this season. And once again, hey, that bubble is away from their home at the TD Garden in Beantown. Now, the Celtics win 77% of their games when favored, doing a great job when they're supposed to win. And they've also gone 70% against the spread in their last 10. They're in the top 10 in scoring, top 5 in free throw percentage. And despite Hayward and Green unable to participate today, Jason Tatum's averaging 27 points a game in the series. 8 rebounds, couple of blocks for him. Jaylen Brown's also scoring 23 a game in the postseason. 6 boards, 3 assists. And Kemba Walker scored 22 a night in the playoffs. 4 rebounds, 4 assists for him. The Celtics are in the top 10 in offensive rebounding in the NBA. Top 3 in fewest points allowed per game as well. Boston's successfully covered the number in 5 out of their last 7 conference games themselves. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, Boston saw 4 out of their last 5 games stay under the posted total. They're 67% to the under in their last 9 as well. Meanwhile, the Sixers saw 6 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Boston stay under the posted total themselves. So with all that said and done, all that in mind, giving me the Celtics covering the number and the under 214 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's NBA basketball action. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you guys are having an outstanding weekend, really good weekend. But yeah, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content here, I just have to quickly remind you that once again, we've won 2 out of our last 3 MLB tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also hitting at 63% in our last 16 MLB tier package plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Moving on, we're going to take a look at the Clippers-Mavericks, Game 4 of this best of 7. Clippers up 2-1 in the series, and that's going to be a 3:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Clippers are the 8-point favorite. Total's 232 flat. The Mavs are plus 335 for an outright win. And if you like the Mavericks plus 8, they're catching even money to cover the point spread.